Hi, I'm Ben Mankiewicz. Welcome to TCM, where you have arrived for week 3 of Sundays with Hitch. We have a double feature of Alfred Hitchcock movies every Sunday night in October. So prepare yourself for another night of anxiety, voyeuristic guilt, and uncomfortable empathy with morally ambiguous characters. All the stuff that makes Alfred Hitchcock so much fun. Up next, the picture many Hitchcock devotees consider his best. I am not one of them, but what do I know? I'm a basic cable television host, as you know. There's no doubt this is among Hitchcock's best, an inventive thriller starring one of Hitch's favorite leading men. From Paramount in 1958, Jimmy Stewart stars opposite Kim Novak in Vertigo. Stewart plays a retired police detective suffering from trauma-induced vertigo. He's hired by an old college buddy to keep tabs on the guy's wife, a rich heiress. That's Kim Novak. She's been behaving oddly, and her husband fears for her sanity. Clearly, the only way to help this woman is to spy on her. As Stewart tracks her puzzling behavior, his assignment soon spirals into a personal obsession with her beauty and a legitimate mystery that surrounds her. Hitchcock was at an artistic peak in the mid to late 1950s, lasting well into the 60s. Still, despite the incredible run he was on, Vertigo was not well received by audiences or by critics when released in 1958. Then, just over a decade after it left theaters, you couldn't find it anywhere. When Hitchcock died in 1980, Vertigo was one of his 5 so-called lost films, along with Rope, Rear Window, The Trouble with Harry, and Hitch's 1956 remake of his own film, The Man Who Knew Too Much. Hitchcock had owned the rights to these movies. He then deliberately kept them out of circulation. Reportedly, Hitchcock agreed to sell the rights to the films prior to his death. In 1983, Universal, which secured the rights, re-released all 5 films to theaters, with home video soon following, allowing new generations to rediscover the films. Vertigo, in particular, gained a passionate cult following as scholars reassessed it. In 2012, Sight and Sound, a highly respected British film journal that ranks the top 50 movies of all time every decade, dropped Citizen Kane from the number 1 spot for the first time in 50 years, replacing it with Vertigo. By their 2022 poll, though, Vertigo tumbled all the way down to number 2, but still ahead of Citizen Kane. Top spot went to Chantal Ackerman's Jean Dielman. From 1958, also with Barbara Bel Geddes, here are Jimmy Stewart and Kim Novak in Vertigo. Vertigo marked the 4th and final film Jimmy Stewart made with director Alfred Hitchcock. Their collaboration began 10 years earlier in 1948 with Rope, continued with Rear Window in 1954, followed by The Man Who Knew Too Much in 56. Stewart's role in Vertigo is much closer to the dark, nuanced parts that he played in the westerns of Anthony Mann earlier in the 50s than it is to his previous Hitchcock pictures. Vertigo received Oscar nominations for its art direction and sound, but no Best Director nomination for Hitchcock. Over the course of his great career, Hitchcock was nominated 5 times for Best Director. Famously, he never won. Theories as to why include that he tended to lose to directors who made more popular films, or that he was considered a genre director, and suspense thrillers aren't the type of movies the Academy generally rewards with Oscars. Whatever the reason, it remains one of the Academy's greatest oversights that Alfred Hitchcock never won a competitive Oscar. The Academy awarded him an honorary Oscar, the Irving G. Thalberg Memorial Award, in 1968. Coming up, Hitchcock torments Tippi Hedren with The Birds. That's next on TCM.
Next on TCM, The Birds, then The Lost World, and later, 9 Days of 1 Year. Count your blessings with TCM Tonight.